Dad.
I can manage.
Don't be daft, sit down, come on. Don't start.
I didn't say anything. I still can't get used to you with your hair that colour.
Listen, it's just games after lunch, so...
No chance.
But Dad...
Oh, you're not bunking off school on my account. Look, the doctor's coming, I'll be fine. Thanks. Leave that. I'll do it later.
We've no powder. I could nip to the shop and
No.
get some.
Just eat your breakfast. You're going to be late.
Not hungry.
It's the most important meal of the day.
That's what Faye says.
Oh, does she now? You know, it'd be good to finally meet Faye. Why don't you invite her around for tea or something?
Tea? Dad, that's so old.
Here you go. Now, school.
Took your time, didn't you?
Sorry.
Sorry? You did what?
I asked her to marry me.
Valerie.
Barry? Are you serious?
I will have you know, Barry Bigelow's always been very kind to me.
We could go around the shops or hang out in the park. If you're gonna be like this, then you should have gone to flipping school.
I think I'll go home. Dad says he's all right, but he can't even make it as far as the doctors. That's not okay, is it?
I've told you what we have to do.
I don't know, it sounds a bit...
If you really wanted to help, you'd let me sort it.
Aren't you scared?
No, but I know what I'm doing. You should be. It's proper dark magic. You can't mess about. So are you up for it or what? Right. So, your mum liking it, your dad's illness, stands to reason. It's the Morrigan. She'll be passing herself off as human. We find out who it is, and we get her to make it right.
What if she won't?
Then we'll have to deal with her.
I never realized you were so close.
She's a good woman.
He's a good man.
Of course, I mean, I'm sure that you wouldn't even be considering it if you didn't like him. I like Heston, but I don't want to marry him. The point is, do you love him?
Love's a funny thing, isn't it? I mean, it can grow. If you have a seed in the right soil and you plant it in the sun and water it. Oh, am I being mad? Be honest.
Of course, our opinion doesn't really matter.
No. It's a big step marriage. Am I doing the right thing?
She said yes, I take it.
Not exactly.
Have you even slept together? That is none of our business.
What if we're not compatible?
Can you imagine Barry naked? Anyway, where's all this come from?
The big C certainly focuses the mind. Made me realise there's no sense wasting time. So I went for it.
Well, I'm sure he wouldn't have asked you because of that.
Yes, but it is going to influence my answer, isn't it? That's the thing.
Don't get me wrong. I do want to get married.
To Valerie.
I mean, she is
Bonkers.
a very unique individual.
One of a kind.
But the cancer's real. It's a big commitment for you both.
No. The vows say, in sickness and in health. And that's good enough for me.
Good morning, Mill Health Centre.
You could have been a bit more diplomatic.
You can't seriously think this is a good idea.
Barry is a good man. He might be just what Valerie needs.
How'd you make that out?
Because he might make her believe that she has a future. Maybe you should think about that before you open your big mouth next time.
Come on, think.
I am.
It's got to be somebody who, you know, could do it and not be noticed. Somebody who had access to your mum and your dad. What?
That doctor, Donahue, whatever her name is. She was seeing Mum before she left.
Does she know your dad?
She's seeing him today.
That's it then. Gotta be.
I don't really know him, you see.
Yes, but this is Barry and marriage we're talking.
Well,
Valerie, do you think that you might be rushing into this a bit?
well, because we just want you to be sure.
Maybe you could do a pros and cons list.
Actually, that's a really good idea.
Okay. Pros. Oh, he was very good at the elections.
I was thinking more personal things.
Oh. We did nearly snog at the Christmas party.
Okay.
And he bought me a plant for Valentine's Day last year.
Lovely.
Casanova's got nothing on him.
What about cons?
He's Barry.
Valerie, this is huge.
It's a big commitment. You need to be sure.
So the question is, do you want to spend the rest of your life with Barry?
Barry.
Barry.
What are you doing home?
I'm not well.
What's wrong? Ellie, I told you I'd be fine. You shouldn't have to worry about all this stuff.
No. I told you I've got games after lunch. It's... you know... Mama get it?
Oh, okay. Well,
Don't.
it's just the doctor.
Please don't answer it.
Ellie, it's fine. It's just Dr. Donahue.
No, Dad, no.
Hey, Ellie, don't be so
No,
silly. Let go,
no.
please. What's got into you?
Dad, are you in?
Yeah, I'm fine. The door's open. Ellie, what?
You all right?
Yeah, fine, thanks. Sorry, come on in.
Well, that was rubbish.
I tried.
I told you it's not for wimps. You've let her cross the threshold, and now she's got your dad. You'll be next.
And you're floating. When thoughts come, just notice them. Turn them into waves and watch them dissipate.
He looks so peaceful.
Under a spell, more like.
And in a few moments, you'll take some deep breaths, calm, and open your eyes.
Thanks. I know the stress doesn't help. And yet there are still people that say that CFS is all in the mind. They should spend a few days in my shoes.
You've been doing really well. This is just a bit of a bad spell.
Told you.
Dr. Carter said you'd gone to the mill.
Yeah.
Did you see her?
No.
Nothing on the old jungle drums?
She's considering it.
Seriously?
Apparently. Maybe you should get serious too.
What do you mean?
Well, flirting is one thing. Marriage is 24/7. She's in your stuff. She's in your space. Maybe you should think about it.
You heard it with your own ears. It's her for sure. Say it.
I can't.
Say it. Say it. Say it.
She's the Morrigan.
Louder.
She's the Morrigan. She's the Morrigan. She's the Morrigan.
Are these all Ellie's?
You're still a doctor, aren't you?
Who? Ellie's? Oh, yeah?
No, not Ellie.
Oh, Simon.
I just want to know she's all right. I don't blame her for leaving. I didn't understand how depressed she was, how much she was struggling.
I can't tell you where she is. If she wants you to know, she'll tell you herself.
Please. Ellie needs her mum.
I'm sorry. How is Ellie coping anyway?
You saw when you came in.
Why is she home from school?
Well, she says she's been sent home with period cramps, but I'm not so sure.
Oh?
After her mum left, she's been hanging around with this girl, Faye. I've not met her, but...
You think she might be a bad influence? Well, she's a good little artist. Would you like me to try and talk to her?
Okay.
She can't leave him here. You heard your dad, he hates me. Listen to me. Don't tell her about me. She'll do stuff, horrid stuff, anything to keep us apart. Promise you won't tell. Promise.
I was a teenage girl myself once. Ellie, you weren't listening at the door, were you? Should we have a little chat?
So, seriously, what do you think I should do?
I shouldn't say anything. Barry, why don't you just speak to Valerie?
Abandon my post?
Yes?
Dr. Clay did impart some much-needed words of wisdom. You're quite right. Living with someone else, even my Valerie, is going to be a challenge. So I've been thinking it through.
Did you come to any conclusion?
I'm no pushover. There are some things I won't compromise on. The dishcloth, for one.
What?
A dishcloth's got more germs than a loo seat. My grandmother bleached hers every night, and so will I. Sure you'll agree, Dr. Clay?
Yeah. Yeah, anything else?
CDs to be put back in the right case and stored alphabetically at all times. No interrupting when Ken Bruce is on the radio. Great man, Ken Bruce. I could listen to his voice all day. And a solid 8 hours sleep every night. Non-negotiable, that. A man needs his sleep.
And apart from all that, you're completely flexible.
I think Valerie will find him an easygoing sort of chap. We should get on all right.
What's this? Oh, you know, flowers. No reason. You know the spread betting thing? I was talking to Janice from CID at work, you know, Janice and Jason, and she bought Jason a Harley Davidson from the profits, apparently.
I'm not going to buy you a Harley.
I mean, if this goes well, I could, you know, I could retire, be a kept man. I'd quite like to be a kept man.
It's not going to be that much.
But seriously, we could help Jack and Amy. We could treat ourselves to a proper holiday, Route 66 in America.
Will you just shut up? I'm not going to be able to help Amy or do any of the other stuff because, idiot that I am, I've lost the lot.
Did you do these? Obviously. Dad hates them.
Well, I'm sure it's just the subject matter. Do you know, when I was younger, I read all the stories about the Morrigan and it scared the life out of me.
You've got to go. Now! Get out! Leave us alone!
I didn't just pull this stuff out of thin air. I've done my research.
What research?
You know, if the footy's up or down, or... Yeah, I mean, I was doing really well last night. And then this morning it's all gone belly up.
But you are still up though, aren't you? How much up?
£7.53.
£7.53? I spent more than that on the flowers.
Oh, will you shut up?
Sorry. No, I'm sorry. It's not the end of the world.
Oh, get off. All I wanted...
What?
Well, it obviously doesn't matter, does it?
Well, I never said that.
You didn't have to.
All you wanted is what?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
Has she ever shown that kind of aggression before?
No, not before Faye came on the scene. And I've just spoken to the school.
What did they say?
Well, that Ellie hasn't been in for days. Apparently her form tutor, Mrs. Garriox, sent out letters asking me to go in.
But you haven't received them.
She says Ellie's become withdrawn and hardly speaks to any of her friends anymore.
Except Faye.
Well, that's the other thing. Mrs. Garriox never heard of Faye Morton. She's not at Ellie's school.
She at a neighbouring school, perhaps?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry, but I've got other calls I need to make today.
Oh, of course, sorry. We've taken up far too much of your time.
Why don't you ask Faye over for a sleepover? I'm sure you'd feel better once you got to know her. Listen, I'll see myself out. Try not to worry.
Okay, thanks.
I told you.
I'm sorry.
They're going to try and make me go away too.
No, I won't let them.
Bad magic. It's too powerful. Now your dad's a part of it.
No, he isn't. He can't be.
They've taken your mum. And now they've got him.
No!
Don't worry. I'm here. I'll look after you.
Do you really think she's going to make my dad leave?
Unless...
Unless what?
Never mind.
No, please tell me. Whatever it is, I'll do it.
Okay. But you'll have to be brave. And do exactly as I say or it won't work. I'm warning you. If the Morrigan wins, she'll take everything. Your dad, your home, me, everything. Do you understand?
So I was thinking an Easter wedding.
It's more romantic?
Let's all live long enough. And doves. I definitely want doves. And Ricky Delaney. He will obviously have to sing for my first dance.
Obviously.
So what are you walking down the aisle to?
Oh, I've got it on here. You're going to love this. It's perfect.
I don't know about this.
I warned you. It's the only way. You can't wimp out now.
She doesn't look like the Morrigan.
Look more closely. You have to do it. You have to break the spell. You can see it now, can't you?
I love it. Always makes me feel sad, though.
It is a bit of a weird choice, given the circumstances.
Well, you know, because...
Siva Cassidy. Yeah. It's a great song, though.
It's brilliant. She died.
Oh, no. When?
ages ago.
She had cancer, by the way. I'm sorry, I just assumed you...
Oh, nobody really does know, do they? When their time's going to be up.
No, so you got to stay positive.
Live for the moment. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, we should. I should. Ellie, it's Dr. Donahue. Can you hear me? You're gonna be all right. Just don't move.
Please don't take my dad.
No, I'm not gonna take your dad. No one's gonna take your dad. Look, here he is.
What's happened? Is she all right?
She's okay, but she's hit her head. So keep her still, keep her awake, and the ambulance is on its way.
Hey, Elle, did you hear that? It's okay. I'm right here, and Dr. Donahue's going to look after you. You're going to be all right. You could have been really badly hurt. Dr. Donahue wasn't there.
It's because I was there. Isn't that right, Ellie? You tried to push me down the steps.
You saved me.
Why wouldn't I?
Ellie, what's going on?
Faye!
Is it the head injury? Should I get someone?
Is Faye here now?
I don't understand.
Okay. You've never met Faye, and no one in school knows who she is. Ellie, when you fell over, you said something about me taking your dad away?
What on earth made you think...
Faye said she took Mum.
Your mum was very ill. You know about depression. We talked about that. Well, sometimes it gets so bad that you can't carry on with everyday life.
Is she dead?
No, absolutely not.
So why doesn't she call me?
Ellie, your mum is doing her very best to get well and to come home and take care of you. And she's safe where she is now. She's being looked after.
Faye said you'd put us under a bad spell.
Oh, well, it's no doubt that you and your dad have had a really rough time lately, but there's no magic here. I promise.
But Mum went away because she's ill, and now you're ill too.
Yeah, but not in the same way. I'm not going anywhere.
But Faye said...
It sounds like Faye's been talking a lot of rubbish. Why didn't you come and talk to me?
You're not supposed to get stressed out.
Yeah, but you know the thing that stresses me out most of all? It's the thought of you trying to cope with all this stuff on your own.
Is Faye still here? How would you like to talk to someone who can make sure that Faye doesn't bother you anymore?
You really won't leave me?
Not while there's still breath in my body.
Okay, good. Leave it to me. I'll be in touch. Have you seen Barry?
I saw you come in. Valerie?
Barry?
Can't look.
Can't not look.
Go on then. I can take it.
Were you being serious?
Absolutely.
Ask me again.
Again?
Yes.
Miss Pittman, would you do me the great honour of becoming my wife?
I do. I mean, I will. Yep. Yes!
Yes!
same place as the same people.
Not quite. I haven't needed anybody to order food for me since I was about 10. We're going to be husband and wife, not invalid and carer.
Fine. I don't know what I was worried about.
Be under no illusions, Aisha. You're on the thinnest of thin ice.